Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Chess, and this is Chesopolis, where I speed build my way through renovating every neighborhood in The Sims 4. And today, I am doing 3 homes on this lot. Now, this lot before 20 by 15, this lot had 1 house on it, I do believe. Well, I'm gonna cram 3. So, let's see how well this works out. So with this build of these 3 homes, I wanted to stretch what I already do kind of to a new limit. All of these homes are pretty traditional on the outside when it comes down to them. This is just the first part, so this is just 1 house at a time, because I didn't want the video to be like 45 minutes long. But I love the color combo for this house. I really kind of kept looking at the goth house across the street, and I wanted something just as bright and vibrant. Each house has its own personality completely. Not all the insides match the outsides, but the outside of this is very traditional. The inside is very modern, very clean. I imagine the couple that lives here is like the couple from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, the Griswold's neighbors specifically. Like, they move out to the burbs from this city, and they clearly just don't fit. But I always thought it was so funny because it's like they live in hardcore suburbia, and their house was like super modern for the time. Yeah, so I just really wanted it to feel really modern, really edgy. It's like they came in the house and they said, okay, we're bulldozing all these walls. And in a house this narrow, you would have to reconfigure everything. I did try and keep the kitchen downstairs, but it just wasn't working for what I wanted to do. You know, one of them does work from home, and I wanted them to have an office space. Also, I do a little cheat here, a little situation with the fireplace. This is not the final fireplace. I ended up changing it when I was doing screenshots. It does work, I just don't like it. It makes like the TV look like it's about to be on fire, and I just don't need another reason for Sims to leave it on and die in 2 seconds. So that does get changed, but not in this video, off of the video. So yeah, so I'm just messing around here for something that's totally useless in the end. But I really liked the ice cubes, I think is what I enlarged in debug. I like that vibe, but it just didn't work out. So I'm doing a little entryway situation. I do switch up that mirror, I believe, and add some clutter and some shoes underneath. Because, you know, a house like this, it's not quite a tiny house because it's still a big house, but you still need to be creative with where you store things. This kitchen is probably my favorite kitchen. I'm most comfortable with this particular type of furnishing, like the more modern contemporary. I don't typically use black appliances and gray countertops and things like that, though. I usually go for like the whites or more saturated colors. But I just felt like they wanted some industrial vibe to the house. You know, it's kind of like that fridge and stove could be original, but we all know it's not. It's an upgrade. And also with the Porsche out front in their house, the car in the carport, they are able to get in and out of the house without issue. I just love putting clutter in the kitchens, though it takes a bit of time going through the debug menu. I did notice in the drop down when you're filtering items, they now there is a radio button now for debug. I haven't clicked it yet, because I didn't use debug menu, I don't think, after this, but I will be adding clutter to the other two builds. So yeah, I'll press that button and see if it'll just take me there after putting in the cheat instead of having to, I don't know, type it in. Not like it takes much. I love those stairs. Those are my favorite stairs. But yeah, so originally with this house, I wanted everything to be white. But then when I did the kitchen, I was like, well, we could have industrial vibes, and that's why I changed the staircase to that metal stairwell. And I'm adding black fixtures and lighting in places to give that little bit of an industrial vibe. And I wanted to add pops of color with the art, you know, as if they moved from San Myshuno to New Orleans, and they brought all their modern, interesting, you know, art with them. So, and here's some things from their travels, which is kind of like, in my mind, what I imagine would go there. You know, you've got a vase from the, not Island Paradiso, that's Sims 3, Suwani, and some stuff from the Day of the Dead. But yeah, so here I am just adding more wood textures in places. They did try and keep the original coloring of the floor, but they did want herringbone. I'm so in love with the herringbone right now. With these builds, I do mix it up with some parquet, I believe, in another of the build, and then some regular wood in another one too, just because I was like, I can't have herringbone wood floors in every house. And so I used plaster and then the exposed brick, because I'm in love with exposed brick, and it took me a while to get the right brick that I wanted for the amount of warmth that I wanted to give this space, because I just wanted it to be very clean and simple. Yeah, so I'm just adding some touches here and there. From here, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the speed build and the screenshots afterward. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this house, and tune in for the next 2 parts. Bye.